Welcome back to BNB Spoilers channel. Today we will learn about the intriguing developments set to unfold on The Bold and the Beautiful this Thursday, June 19th. Prepare for a roller coaster of emotions as tensions simmer at Forrester Creations, unexpected encounters take place at the beach house, and hidden agendas come to light. In this extended scoop, we dive deep into the simmering rivalry between Ridge Forrester and Nick Marone, the mysterious intentions behind a surprise gift for young Hayes Finnegan, and the emotional undercurrents that threaten to reshape relationships. Let's unpack these dramatic moments with fresh perspectives and additional details that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Ridge Forrester faces off with Nick Marone at Forrester Creations. The atmosphere at Forrester Creations is charged with tension as Ridge Forrester steps into the boardroom, only to be confronted by the last person he expected to see, Nick Marone, his half-brother and longtime rival. The air thickens with unspoken history as Ridge narrows his eyes, his voice dripping with suspicion. "Nick Marone, what brings you back to this place after all these years? This isn't just a casual encounter. It's a collision of past grudges and unresolved family drama that has festered for far too long." Nick, with his signature smirk, lounges confidently in one of the leather chairs, exuding an air of entitlement that instantly grates on Ridge's nerves. Their shared history, marked by rivalry over both business and personal matters, looms large in this moment, setting the stage for a confrontation that could ripple through the Forrester family. As Thursday's episode unfolds, Nick wastes no time in stirring the pot, prodding Ridge with pointed remarks about his fractured relationship with Brooke Logan. With a sly grin, Nick muses aloud about how fortunate it is that Brooke seems to be available once again, his words laced with a taunting undertone. This comment strikes a raw nerve, as Ridge's protective instincts over Brooke, despite their complicated past, flare up instantly. The shipping magnate's boldness doesn't stop there. He hints at having kept tabs on Brooke's life, suggesting he might have plans to rekindle old sparks. Meanwhile, Ridge struggles to maintain his composure, his jaw tightening as memories of past betrayals flood back. This interaction isn't just a petty jab, it's a calculated move by Nick to unsettle Ridge and perhaps gain an upper hand in whatever scheme he's brewing. Later, as Ridge retreats to the familiar comforts of the Forrester mansion, the frustration lingers like a storm cloud over his head. Seeking solace, he confides in Taylor Hayes, his voice heavy with irritation as he vents about Nick's audacity. "I've never trusted that guy, Taylor, and I never will," Ridge admits, pacing the room with restless energy. He recalls moments from years past when Nick's actions threatened to upend his world, from business takeovers to personal entanglements. Taylor listens intently, her expression a mix of concern and curiosity, wondering if Ridge's reaction stems purely from annoyance or if there's a deeper jealousy at play. Could Nick's return be the catalyst for unresolved feelings to surface? As they sit by the grand fireplace, surrounded by family portraits that bear witness to decades of drama, Taylor gently probes Ridge about whether Nick's comments about Brooke have struck a chord deeper than he's willing to admit. Hayes Finnegan's unexpected beachside encounter. Meanwhile, a seemingly innocent moment at the beach house takes a surprising turn for young Hayes Finnegan. Deciding to step outside for a breath of fresh ocean air, Hayes leaves his friends engrossed in their colorful art projects inside. The golden sand crunches under his small sneakers as he wanders near the shoreline, his laughter mingling with the sound of crashing waves. The beach, often a place of carefree play for Hayes, becomes the backdrop for an encounter that could carry hidden implications. As he tosses a small pebble into the water, a shadow falls over him, and a gentle but unfamiliar voice breaks the tranquility. "Hayes, is that you?" the voice calls softly, belonging to none other than Luna Nozawa, his half-sister, who approaches with a cautious yet warm demeanor. Hayes turns, his curious eyes meeting Luna's, and a shy smile spreads across his face. Yet, beneath that innocent grin lies a hint of wariness, a natural instinct for a child encountering someone new. One can only hope that Steffi Forrester and John Finnegan have instilled in him the importance of caution around strangers, especially in such an isolated spot by the sea. Luna, sensing his hesitation, kneels down to his level, her tone soft and inviting as she engages him in light conversation about the shells scattered along the shore. In her hand, she carries a small, brightly wrapped package, a gift that immediately piques Hayes' interest. The contents remain a mystery, but it could be anything from a toy sailboat to a personalized trinket meant to symbolize family ties. Whatever it is, the gesture feels deliberate, crafted to break down the walls of unfamiliarity between them. This gift, however, raises questions about Luna's true intentions. Is this a genuine attempt to bond with her half-brother, or does it mask a deeper agenda? Perhaps Luna seeks to ingratiate herself with Hayes as a way to navigate the complex dynamics of the Forrester and Finnegan families. As she watches Hayes' delighted reaction to the present, his small hands eagerly unwrapping it under the afternoon sun, Luna's expression holds a flicker of something unreadable. Could this be a calculated step to gain his trust, possibly as a means to get closer to Finn or Steffi? The ocean breeze carries with it a sense of uncertainty, as viewers are left to wonder whether this sweet moment will blossom into a meaningful connection or unravel into something more manipulative. Hayes, oblivious to the potential undercurrents, clutches his new treasure, unaware of the intricate web of family secrets that might surround this simple act of kindness. The broader implications of Thursday's drama. As these parallel storylines unfold, Thursday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful promises to be a tapestry of rivalry, mystery, and emotional depth. At Forrester Creations, the clash between Ridge and Nick isn't just a personal spat, it's a reminder of the fragile alliances and bitter histories that define the Forrester family. Nick's return could signal a larger power play, perhaps involving Marone Industries making a bold move to challenge Forrester Creations' dominance in the fashion world. Ridge, already grappling with personal uncertainties, might find his professional life thrown into chaos if Nick's presence heralds a business takeover or a strategic partnership with unexpected players. The boardroom, with its polished mahogany table and towering windows, becomes a battleground for more than just words. On the other side of town, Hayes' interaction with Luna at the beach house introduces an element of intrigue that could have lasting repercussions. If Luna's gift is indeed a ploy to gain favor, it might set the stage for her to uncover, or even exploit, sensitive family matters. Imagine if Hayes, in his innocence, shares small details about Finn or Steffi's lives during their chats, unwittingly giving Luna leverage in future conflicts. Alternatively, this could be the beginning of a heartfelt sibling bond, one that offers Luna a sense of belonging she's long craved amidst the turbulent waters of her own family history. The beach house, with its panoramic views and cozy interiors, stands as a silent witness to this unfolding chapter, its walls echoing with the laughter and secrets of those who call it home. Next, we will learn about the whirlwind of drama set to sweep through Los Angeles on The Bold and the Beautiful this week. Buckle up, because the return of a familiar face, Nick Marone, is about to ignite long-simmering rivalries, while Taylor Hayes' seemingly perfect reunion with Ridge Forrester faces unexpected turmoil. Hearts will be broken, alliances tested, and surprising new connections may form amidst the chaos. In this expanded dive into the upcoming episodes, we'll explore the fallout of Ridge's shifting affections, Taylor's search for solace, and the undercurrents of vengeance and romance that threaten to upend the Forrester family. With fresh details and inventive twists, let's uncover the juicy developments that will keep viewers glued to their screens. Nick Marone's return sparks a fierce rivalry. The streets of Los Angeles are buzzing with tension as Nick Marone, the charismatic yet controversial shipping tycoon, struts back into town with a devil-may-care attitude. His reappearance at Forrester Creations isn't just a nostalgic cameo, it's a deliberate move to rattle the cages of those who thought they'd seen the last of him. As he steps into the sleek, modern offices, his presence sends shockwaves through the building, particularly for Ridge Forrester, who has never quite buried the hatchet with his half-brother. Their shared history is a minefield of betrayal and competition, from business power plays to personal entanglements that cut deep. Nick's sly grin and confident swagger hint at a man who's returned with a purpose, and it's clear he's ready to stir the pot in ways that could redefine the Forrester family dynamics. The real fireworks ignite when Ridge catches sight of Nick sharing a suspiciously cozy moment with none other than Brooke Logan, his perennial love interest and ex-wife. Under the glittering chandeliers of a Forrester Creations gala, Ridge's eyes narrow as he watches Brooke laugh at something Nick whispers in her ear, their proximity speaking volumes. This isn't just a casual chat over champagne, it's a calculated display that strikes at the heart of Ridge's pride. Having recently rekindled his romance with Taylor Hayes after a dramatic split from Brooke, Ridge had assumed Brooke's whereabouts were no longer his concern. But seeing her with Nick, his longtime rival, triggers a possessive streak he thought he'd buried. Could this be Nick's way of exacting revenge for past slights, or does he genuinely see a future with Brooke? As whispers of their interaction spread through the gala guests, the stage is set for a summer of fierce competition, with Brooke's heart as the ultimate prize. Taylor Hayes feels the sting of neglect. While Ridge's attention pivots back to Brooke, Taylor Hayes finds herself sidelined in a romance she believed was her fairy tale ending. After reuniting with Ridge following a harrowing health scare, diagnosed as broken heart syndrome, Taylor had hoped their bond was unbreakable this time around. Their tender moments, shared over quiet dinners at the Forrester mansion with its sprawling gardens as a backdrop, had painted a picture of lasting love. But as Ridge's obsession with Brooke resurfaces, fueled by Nick's provocative presence, Taylor feels the familiar ache of being second best. Her heart, still fragile from past emotional wounds, begins to crack under the weight of Ridge's neglect, leaving her to question whether she'll ever escape the shadow of the infamous bridge saga that has haunted her for years. Determined not to wallow in self-pity, Taylor seeks refuge away from the drama, retreating to a quaint seaside cafe where the sound of the waves offers a temporary balm for her bruised spirit. It's here, amidst the clinking of coffee cups and the salty breeze, that she encounters an unexpected confidant, Bill Spencer, the powerful and often polarizing media mogul. Bill, with his own history of tangled romances and heartbreaks, notices Taylor's forlorn expression and strikes up a conversation, his gruff exterior softening as they exchange stories of love lost. Taylor, initially guarded, finds herself drawn to Bill's candidness about his own tumultuous past with Brooke and Ridge. Could this chance meeting mark the beginning of an unlikely alliance, or perhaps something deeper? As they share a quiet laugh over a bitter memory, the possibility of Taylor using Bill to spark jealousy in Ridge, or even finding genuine comfort in his company, hangs tantalizingly in the air. Bill Spencer enters the Forrester orbit with surprising connections. Bill Spencer's sudden orbit around the Forrester family isn't limited to his budding connection with Taylor. His presence in Los Angeles is poised to create ripples across multiple storylines, especially with the revelation of ties to Luna Nozawa, his supposed daughter whose motives remain shrouded in mystery. Luna, with her enigmatic charm and hidden agendas, appears ready to confront Steffi Forrester, potentially over long-buried family secrets or a personal vendetta that could shake the foundations of Steffi's world. As Bill navigates his own complex feelings about Luna's actions, he finds himself drawn into the Forrester drama more deeply than anticipated, especially during moments of crisis for Steffi. Picture a tense scene at the Forrester estate, where Bill steps in to offer support during Luna's calculated strike, his protective instincts clashing with his own questionable past. This intertwining of lives brings Bill and Taylor closer, as they bond over shared frustrations of being repeatedly cast aside by Ridge and Brooke in favor of yet another bridge reunion. Over late-night conversations at a dimly lit bar, with jazz music playing softly in the background, they dissect their past mistakes and the emotional toll of loving people who seem destined for each other. Their mutual understanding, born from years of heartbreak, creates a foundation that could easily blossom into something more. But is Taylor merely using Bill as a pawn to provoke Ridge, mirroring Brooke's apparent strategy with Nick? Or does the chemistry between them, fueled by a shared sense of being undervalued, hint at a genuine romance? The thought of actors Rebecca Budig and Don Diamont bringing this dynamic to life is electric, promising scenes charged with both vulnerability and passion as they navigate this uncharted territory. The ripple effects of romantic entanglements. As the week progresses on The Bold and the Beautiful, the romantic entanglements and rivalries take on a life of their own, promising explosive consequences for everyone involved. Ridge's renewed pursuit of Brooke, spurred by Nick's taunting presence, threatens to unravel not just his relationship with Taylor but also the fragile peace within the Forrester family. Imagine Ridge storming into Nick's temporary office at a swanky downtown hotel, fists clenched and accusations flying, as the battle for Brooke's affection turns from subtle jabs to outright confrontation. The stakes are higher than ever, with Brooke caught in the middle, her own feelings a turbulent mix of nostalgia and uncertainty as she weighs the familiarity of Ridge against the allure of Nick's bold confidence. Taylor, meanwhile, stands at a crossroads, her interactions with Bill offering both a lifeline and a potential trap. If Ridge were to discover Taylor and Bill growing closer, perhaps catching them sharing a lingering glance at a charity event, he might be jolted into realizing what he's lost. But at what cost? Taylor's heart, already battered by years of emotional tug-of-war, risks further damage if this is merely a game of jealousy rather than a true connection. And with Bill's ties to Luna complicating matters, the potential for collateral damage in Steffi's life adds another layer of intrigue. Luna's looming confrontation with Steffi, possibly involving a shocking revelation about her true parentage or a calculated betrayal, could draw Bill and Taylor into a web of deception they're ill-prepared to handle. In the end, this week on The Bold and the Beautiful is a masterclass in drama, weaving together themes of love, rivalry, and revenge in a tapestry that keeps viewers guessing. Will Ridge's fixation on Brooke cost him both of his ex-wives, as Taylor finds solace with Bill? Can Nick's calculated charm win Brooke's heart, or will history repeat itself with Ridge emerging victorious? And how will Luna's actions ripple through the Forrester family, potentially binding Bill and Taylor closer together in unexpected ways? As the Los Angeles skyline glitters with the promise of scandal, one thing is certain: no heart is safe from the storms brewing on the horizon. Stay tuned to BNB SpoiIers channel for more updates as we continue to follow the captivating twists and turns of these beloved characters' lives.